False start. Now that hooter seemed to go off to me before the gun. Am I wrong, Tim?
Well, I'm just looking at the times. It could have been Ashmeade.
Ashmeade? He's saying he didn't hear. Just watch. Ashmeade's been given the full start. Let's have a look. He's 3 away. Yes, he was away.
Dear, oh dear. I think he could be gone.
Well, the hooter certainly went incredibly quickly. That's because Ashmeade had gone rather quickly. I'm just going to check that.
And Ashmeade, top left there, walking across. I'm sure he knows. I think 9 times out of 10 they know when they've transgressed. He's saying there's so much noise in the stadium.
Well, there might be a lot of noise, but it's the same for everybody. Let's just see whether or not it is a green card or the black and red diagonal card. I can't quite see. Yeah, it's the black and red, isn't it? Yes, it is. Well, Nickel Ashmeade won those Jamaican championships in this event, and that was a tough one to win. But he's not going to be allowed to contest this tonight. Well, he's going to go and protest. And you and I were reminded about John Drummond here in 2003, who lay on the track, didn't he, in protest?
In the 100 semi-finals, I think it was, Drummond protested for something like 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
He did.
If I remember rightly, he just would not shift. He lay down in his lane and refused to move, and having been accused of false starting. Watch third to left, Ashmeade.
It's pretty obvious. I mean, he can't complain he didn't start. What he's trying to say is mitigating circumstances, but I don't think it's going to wash with the starter. He's still arguing with him.
At some stadiums, Steve, athletes in the outer lanes nearer the crowd can perhaps justifiably say there were cameras clicking and there was too much noise that the guys on the inner lanes weren't as close to. But the athletes in lanes 8 and 9, he's in lane 7, the athletes in lanes 8 and 9 didn't false start.
Do you know the other thing as well? I mean, he's not being fair to the other guys here. You know, they all know. And they're not exactly coming over and fighting his case for him. If all of them were coming over saying they're obviously not going to do that because there's one man less.
Unfortunately.
And he's not making it easy for them. You know, they're trying to gather themselves. He just needs to accept it and go.
I mean, that image we just saw that slow-mo there, that replay, it is pretty damning. I don't think that's the point, though. He is saying there was other noise which set me off. I don't think he's going to get a sympathetic reaction or response. Mind you, interestingly, last week at the US Championship, Steve, I was in Sacramento, athletes there were running under protest, which has been pretty much eradicated in Europe.
Well, he's doing his own protest, a la John Drummond, sitting down. He has to leave, he can't stay there. He's not allowed to sit there, whatever he may think. Well, he's just not being fair to the other guys here. Christophe Lemaitre looks suitably unimpressed.
Can you remember which lane John Drummond was in? It might have been the same.
They can't hear.
Well, we can hear the conversation. Well, you know, however disappointed he feels and finally walks off, but he should have done that a few minutes ago. He's going to be annoyed, frustrated. He should be with himself as much as anything else. Part of the discipline is you have to obviously well, he also needs to keep out of the way. You know, even if there are little bits of noise, unless the starter says, you know, we can't get a fair start here, there's too much noise, because everybody else didn't false start, he did.
Great shame, Steve. He's the Jamaican 100 metres champion this year.